And he's going to keep the ball over the right-hand side, following some blockers. Breaks free, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers! And adjustment. Gets this ball, and he is across the 15, down to 20, 30, across the 45, 50, 40, 35 before being pulled down. And there are no flags. It's going to scramble over to the far side. He's got a wide-open receiver. Second down and 8. The outside, across the 5, and into the end zone. Breaks loose, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers!
Good evening, Panther Nation, and welcome to this special edition live streaming event of Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. I'm Joe Roberts, alongside me Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing, and we are in Sour Lake, Texas for the season finale of 10-4A action between the home Hardin-Jefferson Hawks and your Liberty Panthers. Just about 20 minutes until game time, and man, oh man, I wish I were able to give a much better note. Both these teams have been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, but I guess they do still have something to play for tonight, battling to not be in the total cellar, as it were. The standings right now in 10-4A, Little Cypress, Mauriceville kind of coming out of nowhere and taking the top spot. They were able to beat Huffman last week, and now they remain undefeated in district play. They are 6-0. And then a big game tonight in Bridge City. Bridge City is hosting the Hargrave Falcons, and they are getting ready to battle it out for second and third place respectively. And then another couple of battles for the final playoff spot in 10-4A will be going on in two different cities, and that will be between Vidor, who's traveling to Livingston, and Lumberton, who's traveling to LCM. If Vidor wins, they will be the fourth place team, and if LCM wins and Vidor loses, if Lumberton wins and Vidor loses, then Lumberton would be the fourth place team. Vidor does have the tiebreaker over Lumberton, so several teams in the district still playing for something. I want to thank you for joining us, and before we jump straight into football, I'm going to get some announcements kind of in the books. Sometimes have a hard time fitting those in as we're moving along. Around Liberty, the LHS volleyball team earlier this week defeated the Washington Lady Eagles in bi-district action, and then last night they traveled to Porter, Texas, and ultimately fell to the Madisonville Mustangs. What a great season Coach Anderson and the girls had this year. They did not make the playoffs last year, and this year able to get it done and get back into the playoffs. Just a really nice season for those girls and Coach Anderson, and we were fortunate enough to carry both those playoff games. And I know if you were watching last night, you probably were a little confused about 2 points left to go in the third game, and the stream crashed. Well, we lost the internet. And whenever you lose the internet, it makes it extremely hard to stream. But thank you for staying with us for as long as you stayed with us last night. Valley Players putting on a Christmas Carol on December 6th, 7th, and 8th. And I'm going to be directing that. I'll be starring Nolan Myers as Ebenezer Scrooge. Tickets will go on sale pretty soon. Be on the lookout for that. The Liberty Christmas Parade on Tuesday, December 3rd. If you want to be involved with that, contact Betty Runkle at the Health Fix store. And finally, the LHS Veterans Day ceremony on Monday, November 11th. Be 8:45 in the LHS gym, and if you're a veteran, you can show up for breakfast at 8 a.m. on Monday. So that's kind of the goings on around. And I know, Ross, you had something super important to say, and I forgot what it was. Not because I don't love you or anything.
Sure. That's believable. You said that convincingly.
Well, I am going to give you a second to talk about this, and I know it's not, it doesn't pertain specifically to Liberty, but a former Liberty graduate, an alum, and former coach, Chad Taylor, moving over to Hardin, and a big thing happened for Hardin last night. They were able to secure a playoff berth for the first time since 2018. Congratulations, Coach Taylor and our friends from Hardin.
It was an incredible night, Joe. I had the opportunity to be working with the Vindicator. We did the pregame show, the halftime show, and the postgame show, and I was able to walk along the sideline as that game developed. It very exciting game that came out with Hardin pulling away at the end with a 44-34 win, but they had to have some help from one of Chad Taylor's old friends, Ken Stanley, a familiar name here. He was the offensive coordinator for a number of years in Liberty. He's the head coach. We saw him earlier this season.
Yeah, Cold Spring, and man, he has done a bang-up job over in Cold Spring with the Trojans.
They had the difficult match of beating Anahuac, always a great team, and Anahuac jumped out to a 20-6 first half lead, but they came roaring back, similar to what they did, of course more points in this one, when they faced Liberty in game 1 of the season, scoring one late touchdown that put them over the top. But they won. That sent Hardin with their win to the playoffs, and incredibly happy for Chad Taylor, longtime athletic director here, and as you mentioned, he was also a graduate, played on the Panther football team, in a very exciting time for Hardin and for the fans of Hardin and the kids who are going to get the opportunity to play in their first playoff game.
Pretty wild, emotional roller coaster for our friends down in Anahuac. They were predicted to, I don't know about run away with the district, but they were definitely predicted to be first or second.
Well, they were ranked 9th in the state.
Okay, well,
at the beginning of the season.
Maybe they were predicted to run away, and kind of, I'm not going to say shocking, but it is sort of shocking that they lost a couple of games that they lost, and as it were, they ended up not qualifying for the playoffs at all.
Yeah, Hardin got a big win in Anahuac earlier in the season, and that kind of set up this scenario. Hardin had played Cold Spring last week and lost to Cold Spring, which took their the playoff chances out of their hands. And they were able to kind of capitalize on it, and a great night for our friends in Hardin.
And as the game progresses tonight, we'll keep you updated about area scores around, and we'll see if we can check in for our friends across the river in Dayton. And oh, I'm sorry, did you have something? Do you know the info on that?
Well, I was going to say they have a tough matchup. They're playing the defending state champion, Port Neches Grove Indians.
We could have just stopped at defending. Okay, I got you.
That game underway in the first quarter, Port Neches Grove's 7-0. Funny thing about Dayton, and not actually funny at all, they are now on their 5th quarterback of the season, as the previous 4 going out because of injuries. So they are having a very difficult year, and they'll have a very difficult test tonight against Dayton. I believe Barbers Hill and Beaumont Westbrook still playing. Well, they're tied 7-7 in the first quarter of that one, and there are playoff implications attached.
I want to give a big shout out to our new friend, Ashley Elam. He's the Director of Communications here at Hardin-Jefferson. I reached out to him about some stats, and he was able to act really gracious, took care of me and got me some cool stats for the entire district. And if you don't follow him, you can find him. I know you can find him on Twitter. You can find him on other social media venues. And he does a really, really wonderful job of putting out information about local teams, not just football, but all sports. Ross?
Well, if that name sounds familiar, it should. He was the longtime sports director at KBMT before jumping over to Hardin-Jefferson, and it was really a nice thing that he did for us, and we got to visit with him a little bit when we first got here.
Yeah, he's. I think he's going to be a pretty nice friend to us moving forward. Well, we're just about 10 minutes away from kickoff. The teams are, well, Hardin-Jefferson's on the field warming up. I have not seen the Liberty Panthers come back out yet. The Big Cat is blown up and ready to rock and roll. They are doing cheerleader introductions and all that other good business. Now, while we're waiting on that, Ross, I know I had, let me pull this up. I didn't share this with you, but let's go ahead and take care of the keys of the game tonight. The Liberty Panthers 1-8 on the season, and we've seen some flashes of beautiful things, and then we've seen kind of the opposite of that. Coach Kedrick Harrison and company have battled a bunch of injuries this year to some very key players, and moving forward for Coach Harrison with no playoff implications tonight, your keys for the game. and I would say and include moving into next year?
Well, I think that it's vitally important that they keep their composure tonight. This is a rivalry game, if you will. I can remember being in school, and we had some real barn burners with Hardin-Jefferson, and they have had that over the year, including last year's exciting win for Liberty right here at this field. It's going to be keeping the composure. Last game of the season, it's not been the season that you've wanted. They've got to limit the personal fouls.
No doubt, and I had that. That was my first key that I had, was stop the penalties. I think you've alluded to this almost every game. They have got to be averaging at least 8 a game over the last couple of games, and that is something they're going to have to nip in the bud moving forward as they head into the offseason next week and they get ready for the other sports. Going to get the school song for Liberty. Liberty school song, and I want to remind our fans that the Hardin-Jefferson Stadium, whilst very new and very beautiful, is not the largest stadium that we've been in, and we are quite comfortably close to everyone in the stands tonight.
I love it.
Oh, I definitely love it. It creates that natural ambience and energy. But just to want to warn everyone as you're watching the stream that sometimes there may be people that jump up in front of cameras. And no, it's not Halloween all over, and we're not trying to do jump scares. Just the fans are just right up on the camera, so I just want our viewers to be aware of that. Having said all that, let me finish up the keys to the game that I had. We talked about the penalties. The next one for me, Ross, was controlling the line of scrimmage. We've seen several of the running backs for Liberty struggle to find openings at the line. We've seen other running backs from other teams exploit some holes on the line and break off big plays, and it starts with the big boys up front. Liberty blessed with a bunch of very intelligent senior offensive linemen, and I expect that whatever they're able to accomplish will lead the way for the rest of the team. And then finally, preventing the big plays. You and I, Ross, have talked about that probably ad nauseum. Can't get beat over the top consistently. Can't give up the 50, 60-yard passes, the 20, 30-yard runs. And that just really has been an Achilles heel sort of all year long.
That is going to be a big issue tonight because this team likes to throw the ball downfield with great consistency. Now, I am told the quarterback does not always know exactly where it's going to be going.
And that was the prayer from the stadium announcers portion. About 5 minutes left on the clock here, pre-game. Ross, I know you're over there hunting the penalties. I don't know if I gave you a stat for that or not. While he looks for that, and a big shout out to our crew tonight, Jose Becerra on our moving camera. He always does a great job for us with that. Ray Harwell down on the track on a track camera as well. There's Jose's camera. Look at that, Abby Vickers leading the flag runners out there. Addison Fisher, London Whitney on our stand cams. And here they come out of the tunnel, the Liberty Panthers, for the final time in the 2024 season. These young men want to end on a high note here. They have to overcome some injuries. And I see number 10, Jason Wycliffe. There was a concern that he was not going to be available for tonight. He had taken a knock earlier in the week at practice, so I wasn't 100% certain that he was going to be here. But he is dressed out and ready to go, so that's definitely a good sign for the Liberty Panthers. He is amongst the leaders on the team offensively and defensively. He's definitely top 3 for tackles for the team, and I believe he's in the district. I believe he's top 10 in scoring overall. Points, as far as when you add up rushing, passing, and other things that they keep points on, Ross. You're nodding your head yes. I think you saw that. We'll find that stat. We have that. Again, thank you, Ashley Elam, for sharing that with us.
Well, I'm getting a little confused because I have got 2 sets. I've got 2 separate
well,
sets.
They've given you the whole season, and then they've given you just district. That got me, too, when I looked at that. And I think the just district ones are a little more accurate than the entire season one, so I didn't even really look at that because all the coaches, I don't think they necessarily report 100% accurate for their non-district games.
Okay, well.
There's that, right? Again, thank you for joining the Panther Sportz Network tonight, November 8th. We're in the season finale for the 2024 season. 10-4A Hardin-Jefferson Hawks versus your Liberty Panthers in Sour Lake, Texas. 7:30 p.m. kickoff. Again, just a few moments away from that. Both teams have taken the field, and momentarily we will have the captains go to the center. And before that, I believe we're going to get the national anthem. And if you haven't done so, you need to go to the Liberty Athletic Booster Club page and check out the great pictures that Wild Hare Photography has been sharing with us and allowing us to use. Jackson Harris's mother, she is a phenomenal photographer. Go check those out. And here's the national anthem. A great sound. That means we're almost close to kickoff time here. Liberty Panther stepping out as per usual, going to the center. The captains will meet, the rest of the team following them to the numbers. Tonight, the captains, number 65, I believe that's Jackson Harris. Number 70, and I believe that is Ethan Tully. Number 10, Jason Wycliffe. And number 8, Frankie Mares. And, man, that's pretty nice. I was not sure if he was going to be back tonight. He took a pretty nasty shot against Viter a couple of weeks ago.
A late hit. A very late hit. I'm trying to sort everything out here, Joe. I've made quite a mess. I should have asked you why.
Well, that's okay. I totally get that. And I know I don't say this quite enough. We're always giving each other a hard time, but I appreciate what you've done this season, Ross. I thank you for all that and joining us here and doing these games with me. It's always more fun when you're here.
Well, I'll echo those
sentiments. Right.
Already off to a nice start, misspeaking.
Well, we're going to feel like a sardine can here momentarily. Panther fans still coming in tonight. And Harden Jefferson won the toss. They declined. Liberty will receive the opening kickoff, and that's going to be how it's going to be. 12 on the scoreboard. That means the first quarter is imminently underway as the Liberty Panthers send out their kick return team.
Joe, I expect to see some pretty exciting special teams play between these two teams as some incredible talent.
Yeah, we've had some barn burners here in Sour Lake. We were just reminiscing about that before the game started. The first time we came here, it was so cold, and even in the press box, they had the windows and the hatch open, and it was freezing.
That is not an issue tonight, Joe.
No, it's definitely shorts weather.
Very quick, tonight, the two best kick returners in the district, Tavarian Thomas for Hardin-Jefferson and Aiden Reed for Liberty.
And that's exactly who's back for Liberty. Aiden Reed on the left-hand side and Jason Wycliffe on the right, Ross.
Reed is averaging 35 yards a return.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. He got banged up about mid-season, was out for a game or two, and then came back and picked up right where he left off. This Liberty Panther team is chock full of seniors, and it's going to be, quite frankly, a totally different-looking team next season.
Lots of seniors. We'll point the seniors out as we go through this broadcast.
Senior night here for the Hawks of Hardin-Jefferson as they get ready to kick off number 15 for them, and that will be Mason Adamic, who's kicking. And he lets it go, and we are underway. Reed back deep. He will receive it at about the 2-yard line, and he's going to get grabbed from behind, but escapes that. And they're going to pull him down about the 15 or so.
Close to a face mask. There is a penalty marker, though, Joe, at the 25-yard line.
Well, it wouldn't be a game if there wasn't a penalty marker.
I'm going to guess it's a block in the back, unless there was contact with the face mask.
I'm going to be honest.
I saw the Hardin-Jefferson Hawk avoid the face mask, got close, but was able to pull his hand back.
Well, the way Reed got pulled back when he took initial contact, it looked like they grabbed him awkwardly, but we'll see what you're going to call. We're behind the officials, so we're going to have to think about everything in reverse, Ross.
It is a face mask. My lying eyes deceived me.
Well, I like when your lying eyes deceive you on that kind of stuff.
So that's a big penalty, 15 yards, Joe, to start this drive and moves the ball all the way up to the 30-yard line.
They'll be on the far hash mark as we're looking at it. They're working from left to right or from west to east. This is a west-east facing field. And Wycliffe is going to take the ball over the left-hand side, and he will scoot out of bounds. Let's see where they give him about a 4-yard pickup on that. He's second down and 6. Nice way to start the game. Always like it when they pick up 4 or 5 yards. Take off again. That's going to be over the head of number 6. That's Darter. And that is going to be a bad snap, and it may be a turnover, and that's exactly what they are saying. And on play number 2, the Liberty Panthers turn the ball over for the first time of the night at the 11:41 mark, and Hardin-Jefferson will get exceptional field position here. They will be on the Liberty 23-yard line as they start their first drive on the turnover. We'll get our first look at their offense. The number 12, Ryan Samoff, the quarterback for Hardin-Jefferson. So they go spread. And he's going to toss it to 4, the right-hand side, and he is going to get pushed out after a nice little pickup, and that's Sam Jones on the carry. We saw that a good bit last year as well. Head coach Zach Bass leading the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, and that will be enough for a first down, and they'll drop the sticks. It'll be 1st and goal. for Harden Jefferson. Quarterback number 12, Samoff. Receivers to his left and right. He'll hand the ball off to 25, and he'll run over a couple of Panthers. J-Roy Simon. And I'm fairly confident that's not how you say his first name, but I'll probably just say Simon.
This has been an area of the field the Panther defense has shined in, turning back.
Samoff. Again to Jones, right up the middle, and he will practically walk into the end zone for touchdown number 1 tonight at the 10:41 mark. Harden Jefferson strikes on the turnover, and that is something we've seen. Turnovers deep in the territory have almost always led to scores, and that's exactly what has happened. Again, Simon with a 8-yard touchdown run there to put Harden Jefferson up. And that will be through the uprights. 10:41, Harden Jefferson takes the early lead, 7-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing. 10:41, and number 25, Simon, walks in for an 8-yard touchdown off of the turnover previously. Harden Jefferson leads Liberty 7-0 here in the first quarter, and we will get another look at the Liberty kick return team. Back deep, Wycliffe and Reed. Adamic kicking for the Hawks. It's going to be a very high kick, and it's going to get fielded very cleanly, and there's going to be some contact there. That's Holmes with the, and there's the flags right there. I was wondering if they were going to do that. He had called a fair catch, Jaden Holmes, and then they just ran right into him. I don't think there was any nefariousness to it, but it is what it is.
So they're going to get this sorted out. The flag sitting at the 42-yard line of Liberty.
There's going to be some very, very nice starting field position for the Liberty Panthers for their second drive.
It is his second personal foul against Harden Jefferson, but both not unsportsmanlike. One a face mask, and then this one kick interference. That's
going to push the Panthers into Hawk territory. They'll start on the Hawk 45-yard line, far hash mark. Darter in at quarterback, and he's going to keep the ball. He'll go left and follow the Fowler block, and he'll pick up a couple on the carry. See where they're going to spot him. They're going to give him exactly 2 yards, bring up 2nd down and 8. They are now down to the Hawk 43-yard line, still on the far hash mark.
An important drive for Liberty because of the turnover deep in Liberty territory on their first drive. They can't afford to come away without points.
And Darter again. This time Fowler will take it right-hand side. He's going to get met in the backfield by number 17. That'll be Cade Miller with the stop, but he may have picked up a yard still.
Yeah, he moves that ball down.
Oh, no, they're going to get right back to the line of scrimmage.
The 43.
So that's going to be much ado about nothing there. 3rd down and 8 for Liberty. And this is sort of a theme. The Panthers have had some trouble getting to the outside. Darter again. Well, nope, that is not Darter. There's Frankie Mares back in, and he takes the ball right up the middle, and he is still on his feet. and he is going to get inside the 20-yard line all the way down to about the 17 or so, Ross.
Carlos Rubio there with a huge block, and the seam open for him to run through.
Well, he's just a difference maker when he's out there. Really nice to see him in at quarterback, even if it's in a limited role. They're going to have the ball on the 17-yard line of the Hawks' far hash mark. Again, Frankie Mares back in at quarterback, stays in for this play as well. And he'll hand the ball off to Fowler, right side, following some blockers. And Jason Wycliffe almost sprung him into the end zone. Going to get inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to be maybe at the 9.
Ethan Tully able to be effective with a block there. Initially just past the line of scrimmage.
We have second down and short for Liberty. Mares again. This time Wycliffe, left side, cuts to the outside, cuts back in, and waiting for the signal, and they're going to say he got stopped at the 1, but there is a flag on the 10.
That's
probably going to be holding.
And 1 at the 10.
If I had to guess, the way their luck has been going with this. It was a nice run by Wycliffe beforehand. It's a backside penalty. The official making his way over to the sideline to give the signal to the box and to talk to Coach Bass, I believe. They have a hold against Liberty, and that's going to push the ball back, and they'll repeat that down.
Wow. I am not sure who they called that on, but Cade Carter had a great block.
That will put the ball back on the 19-yard line. Be third down and extremely long for, well, not extremely long, but third down about 12 for Liberty. Mares again in the shotgun. Now we've got some more confusion over here. The officials coming over to have a chat to figure out what the down box should actually say.
Yeah, I think there was a problem with the down box.
Okay, so it should actually be second down.
You can only get first and fourth,
right.
And third down. They'll take a first down, which it would have been, correct?
I think it would. Yes, it definitely would have been a first down. But it's actually second down. So the down box says 1, but it's actually second down. So second down and about 12 for the Liberty Panthers. Mares. And this time he's going to keep it, going to go back up the middle again. That's been a nice play for the Panthers. And he'll get to about the 15-yard line. And that will bring up third down and probably 7. Again, we're at a weird angle, kind of hard to see that. From the 15-yard line, they can pick up a first down without scoring. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter, Liberty trailing 7-0. The Hawks scoring off an early turnover. Mares. This time Holmes with the carry over the right-hand side. He'll pick up a couple. Get close to the 10. I think they're going to mark him at the 11.
Blake Walker with the tackle.
And that's going to bring on the kicking team, I believe. Saw Diego Diaz over there warming up. Well, he went out there and then they pulled him back off, so perhaps they're going to go for this. This is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go for this right here, 4th down and about 4. And they might be able to, they might be trying to draw them offside here. Nope, he's going to look to the end zone. And there is a flag on the ground, so they may have got them. That was a free play right there.
Well, I believe that is going to be the case. One of the defensive linemen crossed over, and I could not quite tell for sure if the ball got snapped before he got back.
Well, that was really nice from the Liberty Panthers. They looked like they were going to send the kicking team off, and they pulled them back, and then they hard counted them.
And that is exactly offsides against
That's
Hardin-Jefferson.
That's a great call with less than 5 yards to go, and that will give them 1st and goal from the, looks like 5-yard line. New set of downs for the Panthers. Mares to his left, cuts back up the middle, still on his feet, tries to extend, and they're going to drop him at about the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal. This drive starting at the Hawk 45-yard line, and they have done a pretty good job. Looked like they were going to get stalled out and still going. 2nd down and goal for the Liberty Panthers. Under 6:30 to go here in the 1st quarter.
That was a crushing hit on Frankie Mares as 2 Hawks came across and got him as he was headed down.
Mares. This time Holmes, right side, looks for the hole, and he is going to skitter in for a touchdown. At the 6:09 mark in the 1st quarter, Liberty scores from 2 yards out. And that right there, Ross, is what I've been waiting to see for some time. The offensive line absolutely opened up the Grand Canyon on the right side, and Jaden Holmes able to walk in. And pending the point after attempt, Liberty should be tied up. Be Mares with the hold. And that's going to be, it's be off the upright. It's going to skip through, though. At the 6:09 mark, Liberty ties it up, 7-7. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. At the 6:09 mark, Liberty from 2 yards out, Jaden Holmes scores, and Diego Diaz, point after attempt, ties it up at 7. 7-7, Hardin, Jefferson, and your Liberty Panthers getting set for the kickoff, Diego Diaz. And that was the kind of drive that we've been waiting for a couple of weeks to see. Really nice work from the Liberty Panther offensive line to open up some holes for both Frankie Mares and Jaden Holmes.
Yeah, 8 plays, 45 yards for the Panthers.
Diego Diaz, definitely tricky here. It'll be a high kick, and it's going to get fielded at the 31. Number 4 still on his feet, cuts back to the outside. Looked like he was going to get spilled, and he finds an opening, still on his feet at the 20, 10, and they are going to return this 70 yards for a touchdown. Actually, if I'm going to be accurate, 69 yards for the touchdown. He fielded it at the 31. And man, oh man, this normally sure-handed kickoff team for Liberty gives up one right there. And just like that, Hardin-Jefferson responds.
Yeah, that was incredible there by Sam Jones.
They had him at least 3 or 4 times.
Devorian Bradford had him. It looked like he was on his way down. His forward momentum was pulling him down, but he was able to regain his balance.
5:55 on the clock. Jones with the 69-yard kickoff return. And Adamic puts it through for the point after attempt. And Hardin-Jefferson retakes the lead 14-7. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. At the 5:55 mark, Sam Jones with a 69-yard touchdown return to put the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks ahead just after Liberty had scored on a 45-yard drive themselves. And I was not looking for a high-scoring game tonight. Both teams nothing to lose. We may see a barn burner, Ross.
Well, these are the two defenses in the district that rank in the bottom. So I was thinking we would see
some
pretty
fireworks.
Big offensive game.
Okay, well, that's what I get for saying stuff out loud. I should
so
have just
far,
listened
we're on
to
our
you.
way to that.
We are indeed. Adamic getting set up for the Hawks. Again, back deep. Number 10, Jason Wycliffe. Number 28, Aiden Reed. We'll see if they can have their own fireworks. That was a pretty nice run from Jones, by the way. Going to go high and deep. It's going to hit and go out of bounds, and that is going to be a procedure penalty against the Hawks. No chance for a return, but they're going to get a nice spot to start their third drive of the evening. I want to thank everyone for tuning in with us on the Panther Sports Network. Don't forget Monday, the Veterans Day Assembly at Liberty High School, 8:45, and if you're a veteran, an 8 a.m. breakfast. Well, I think they want to re-kick. They're going to send them back out there to kick this off.
Yes, because even with that penalty where that penalty marker was laying on the field, it would have only moved the ball up to about the 20.
Okay. Well, good call. And Liberty does have two very explosive kick returners back there, and they want to respond in kind. And we've seen this a couple of times here, both teams going back and forth at each other.
Well, the crazy thing is that kick that Hardin-Jefferson ran back, Sam Jones, he is not the kick returner who leads the district. They were kicking it to short to avoid Kavarian Thomas.
Well, Adamic's going to get pushed back to his 35-yard line, and they'll try that again. See if they go a high pooch kick here. They're going to kick it off. They're going to try to boot it back. Aiden Reed switch sides. He will take it at the 5, and he's off to the races trying to find some opening. Still on his feet, finds the left-hand side, and he's finally going to get pushed out, and they are going to have exceptional starting position. Going to make it about to the Liberty 40-yard line. So you called it, Ross. That's a very much better starting field position. Nice return from the senior, Aiden Reed. Actually, they're going to, okay, I thought they were getting ready to spot it back at the 35. Liberty will have the ball on their own 40-yard line, far hash mark. Let's see what they can do this time around. 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. Frankie Mares back out there at quarterback for Liberty. Wycliffe and Fowler in the backfield with him. Bradford, Hessler, and Geezy. And he's going to pitch the ball out to Wycliffe, and he's going to have a nice run. He's going to pick up about 6 or 7. Going to get up to the 46-yard line. They're going to give him 6 yards on that. Second down and 4 for the Liberty Panthers, Ross.
Good job there by Quinston Heim, who was spying on Frankie Mares. A little deception as they tried to, he did not bite on the deception. He was able to pursue it.
Mares. This time Fowler, left-hand side. He finds some green grass, and he is still on his feet. Finally gets pushed out by number 1, but there is a flag on the field at the Liberty 47-yard line. So I'm going to guess that's going to be a hold against Liberty.
Well, it was interesting because Hardin-Jefferson timed that snap count perfectly.
A beautiful run from Fowler, and that's exactly what that was, a hold. That'll bring it back, and they'll replay that down. You know, we've seen this, Ross, multiple times. Liberty will bang out just a beautiful run, a beautiful pass, and then there will be some laundry on the field. And this will be something that as they head into the offseason that they're going to work on, I would imagine, a bunch. He pushed them back to their 35-yard line, second down and about 14 or so. Pitch out to Wycliffe, left-hand side, and he's going to pick up a bunch of that yardage back. See where they ultimately spot him out. Going to spot him out at about the 45. So that'll bring up third down and close to 5 for the Liberty. Still on the far hash mark. Almost 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, Ross.
Well, that was interesting. It looked almost as if the tackle happened on the thick white line on the far sideline, indicating the boundary marker, but no flags.
Deep on the left-hand side, and almost dropped it into the breadbasket of Connor Geezy. Not able to come up with that, and that's going to bring up fourth down, and that will send out the Panther punting team led by Diego Diaz. Man, that was a beautiful pass from Frankie Mares.
Yeah, great coverage there by Kilreen Brown.
Stop the clock at 5:02 here in the first quarter. And back deep for the Hawks is that dangerous return man, Tavian Thomas. And that's going to be a poor snap. And Diego Diaz forced to do the only thing he can, which is kick the ball out of bounds.
There is a flag.
Yeah, they're going to get him for kicking the ball out of bounds. Oh, that was a wild snap right there, and he was not able to do anything with that. But rather than give up the touchdown there, he did the smartest thing that he could do and just get the ball out of bounds. Although, I guess I'm gonna have to look at that because I'm not really sure why they called that. We'll see. We'll see what they're gonna say.
Illegal touching. Well, it's illegal touching against Liberty and Hardin-Jefferson, according to the referee.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to.
Illegal kicking.
Right. I'm gonna have to explore that a little further. They are going to have.
Yeah, because I assume because he turned.
Yeah, maybe so.
And kicked backward. I still don't understand.
Well, maybe because it was he never picked it up and it was on the ground that he kicked it. Perhaps.
Because you don't get penalized for kicking a punt out of bounds.
No, but he never got it in his hands.
He never got it in his hands, so I imagine.
So they're going to have the ball on the Liberty 7-yard line, far hash mark, here at the 4:53 mark. And I'm guessing that's what he had to go over and explain to Coach Harrison.
So that would be a 5-yard penalty, I would assume, if it's anything like the procedure penalties.
Because I was thinking about drop kicks, but even with a drop kick, you still have to have the ball in your hand to drop it. Well, we'll get it underway here. Samoff. And he'll toss it out to 21, who's going to get pushed out of bounds. And that'll be number 22, Ryan Monk, who makes the stop. 21, Drayton Tunley with the carry.
Where did this drive start? Where
They're on the 7-yard. They start on the 7. It's going to pick up of a couple of yards there. Looks like they're going to be spotted close to the 5-yard line. And a big tackle, number 15 for the Liberty Panthers, Leighton Shellhammer. Be stopped for a loss on that. Push the Hawks back to the 10-yard line. That was a big stop for Liberty. 21 on the carry. Tunley again getting dropped in the backfield. Bring up 3rd down and goal for the Hawks. Sam off. He'll pull that and pitch that out to Tunley. And again, another big stop. Number 23, Pepper DeBose. And they are pushing the Hawks in the correct direction if you're a Liberty Panther fan.
He and Jashawn Godfrey did not bite on that fake.
That'll bring up 4th down and goal from the Liberty, looks like 17-yard line. And I believe they're going to send on their kicking team.
Yeah, that's a pretty big pickup there.
Yeah. Starts on the 7 and gets pushed back to the 17. So really nice Panther defense.
Have seen that quite a bit this year by this Panther defense, kind of the bend don't break.
Adamic on for the field goal attempt. That's going to be up. And he's going to nail it at the 3:05 mark. And that will be Hardin-Jefferson 17, Liberty 7. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood. Producer Richard Ewing at the 3:05 mark. Mason Adamic with the 34-yard field goal, extending the lead for Hardin-Jefferson 17-7. Ross?
That was a great drive by the Liberty defense as Hardin-Jefferson started that 1st and goal from the 7. They ended up having to kick it. A net loss of 10 yards on that, and the big stop by Pepper DuBose and with the assistance of Jashawn Godfrey. Jashawn.
Yeah, Jashawn. You know what we haven't seen? We haven't seen his helmet pop off yet, so maybe that's a good sign. Adamic for the Hawks, the 40. And he will try to drill that one deep again. Wycliffe from the 5. He'll cut back inside, trying to find some blockers, and he's going to get blown up around the 15-yard line. See if they give him the 15 or the 16 here.
It looks like the 16, Joe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Just waiting for them to confirm. We've seen some some unconfirmations. I don't know if that's the correct thing to say, but we've been fooled before. In fact, it's going to be closer to the 17 that they're going to give him.
Well, I was trying to figure out exactly between the 16 and 17.
Bring the Panthers out again offensively. Frankie Mares, Fowler in the backfield with him, and he'll take the ball left-hand side and almost runs through a Hawk defender. Yeah, a couple of yards on the pickup. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 22-yard line. So just about 5 yards on that pickup.
Still lots of game to play, and Liberty nowhere near out of it, but they need to stop the bleeding here.
Mares. Carter in motion. And Fowler able to cut up the left-hand side, and he'll pick up a few more. Looks like he'll get to the 25-yard line. 3rd and manageable, and we've said this many, many times. That's all they need to do is to get a 3rd and manageable and chew up some of this clock.
Yeah, it's been a pretty slow quarter. 17-7, Hardin-Jefferson.
Mares moving under center now, Nolan Kay. And he's going to try to push through, and the Hawks ready for that. And that's going to be nothing doing.
Ricardo Rodriguez there, a defensive lineman going low, coming across the line right as that ball was snapped.
They may have been trying to hard count them again right there. Whatever they were trying to do, it did not work. The Hawks ready for that. And that'll bring up 4th down and short. And the Panthers will send on the punt team again. Diego Diaz standing on the Liberty 10-yard line.
Here comes Bo Fowler, a late addition, and Logan Fowler, excuse me.
Diaz gets this kick away. Very high. It's going to hit it at the Hawk 49 and just roll straight across. And Holmes is going to down it at the Panther 49. So that's where Hardin-Jefferson will start their newest drive from the Liberty 49-yard line. Not great field position for the Liberty Panther defense, but it's not the worst that we've seen.
No, that snap much better than the first one.
Well, they're going to push the okay, they're going to push the ball back to the 50. Officials giving a little help to the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not real sure because that one did come to rest and had not been touched prior to bouncing back into Liberty territory. But we'll take it.
Samoff again, spread formation for the Hawks.
And we are going to have a false start.
And a bunch of movement over there at the wide receiver spot.
One thing last year, Joe, about that game with Hardin-Jefferson, they had a stretch in which they had 4 consecutive false starts.
Yeah, they're going to get that on Austin Brooks, number 27. He was trying to get set. And that's kind of one of the pitfalls of that spread offense when you're looking over at your coach for the signal and everyone's trying to read their wristbands and they're still moving. Do this again, 1st and 15. Samoff, low snap, and he's going to throw that out of bounds. Number 9, the receiver over there, Javon Williams, not able to handle that.
Yeah, lucky because when that went off that they were so close to the sideline, when that went off his hands, it went straight up. But because they were so close to the sideline on the far side, it went out before Reed could come in and get the interception.
Samoff. Again, there's going to be another flag, and we've got a bunch of movement over there. The Liberty Panthers have really gotten in their head right now. Going to slide that back another 5. And now it's going to be 2nd down and 20. Ball pushed back to the Hawk 40-yard line. .47 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
And the quarter that's moving is slower than a turtle.
And Samoff going to keep the ball. Darts up the middle. Going to get dropped by number 11, Mason Shellhammer, and number 76, Keenan Clevenger. Going to pick up 5 on the carry. 3rd down and 15. Ball on the Hawk 45-yard line. This is one of those things, we call it the new football. Well, they're going to let the play clock and the game clock run out here. They're not in any hurry to get that going. After a quarter of action here in Sour Lake, Texas, Liberty trails Hardin-Jefferson by 10, 17-7. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After one quarter of action, Liberty trails Hardin-Jefferson 17-7. Ross, that first quarter felt like it took eternity. A lot of action, a lot of scoring. We're going to switch ends of the field. Hardin-Jefferson facing a 3rd down and 15 from their own 45-yard line. Sam off. This time he's going to drop back. He's going to look over the middle, and that is going to fall harmlessly at the Panther 35-yard line. Now, I can't tell if there's a flag out there, if that's, I don't know what that is. It looks yellow and shiny.
I see exactly what you're saying, just beyond the 35-yard line.
Okay, so that's nothing. That must be some field trash or something. But that's going to stop the clock at 11:54 and bring up 4th and 15, and that will bring on the punt team. Back deep for Liberty, Jason Wycliffe. Be low. Wow, so it's going to take a very big Hawk roll, and they're going to be able to drop this at the 4-yard line. And did you see the theatrics over there?
I thought I was watching Carl Malone.
You keep on saying that, not even close. The punter he barely got brushed by one of the Panthers, and he fell down like he had been dropped with a rifle or something. It was crazy. But on the other side of the field, a great role for the special teams, and Liberty deep in their own territory at their own 4-yard line. So this is going to be their worst starting field position of this young evening. Mara is standing in his own end zone. Holmes up the middle, and that will give the Panthers some much needed breathing room. He's going to get the ball up to the Liberty, looks like 14-yard line, perhaps 13, depending on where he stands.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd and short.
It's going to be close. Looks like they're going to be on the 13. 2nd down and 1. See, if I knew math, I wouldn't even have had to figure that out, Ross.
Don't get me started on, I'm not going to criticize you on math. It's hard.
Mares, Wycliffe, and Holmes in the backfield with him. Mares going to keep the ball right-hand side, trying to find some green grass. Going to get pushed out pretty violently over there, but not before he picks up the 1st down. They will be on their own. See if I can count, Ross. Looks like 18-yard line, or almost the 18-yard line. This drive starting on the Liberty 4-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Trotting out to the left-hand side, Geezy, Carter. Going to give the ball to Wycliffe. Darts back up the middle. Pick up a few on that. He moved to the Panther 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup for the Panthers. 2nd down and 7 here in the 2nd quarter.
There's some subtle chippiness coming from Hardin-Jefferson. Some very aggressive, they're very aggressive tackles.
I like that subtle chippiness. That should be on a T-shirt, I think. Mares, and fools everyone. I thought he had handed that ball off, but he did not. He's going to get stopped. That'd be number.
Warren.
There you go. Took the name right out of my mouth. And pushed the ball back to the Panther 20-yard line. A loss of a yard on that carry. 3rd down and 8 for Liberty. Under 10 minutes to go. Mares, Fowler in the backfield. Mares going to roll to his left. He's going to look for a leaping, looks like Jason Wycliffe.
Yeah, that ball overthrown just beyond him as Mares was under incredible pressure. Christian Williams with the tight coverage on Jason Wycliffe, and there is a man down, but looks like he's going to pop back up.
4th down and 8 for the Panthers, and that'll bring on the punt team. Diego Diaz doing the punting duties. Diego hurt for the first several games of the season, and definitely when he came back, an immediate difference. Trying to get this sorted out over here. Neither coach is interested in what this is going to be. Just exactly what you said. Offsetting penalties. They'll replay this. We'll play the second down. The ball's going to be on the Hawk 42-yard line. Still having a chin wag over there on the side, slowing this game down a little longer than it should be. Coach Slack down there trying to tell them that the ball's not in the right spot. Now Coach Harrison beyond the numbers, pleading his case.
Being invited by the referee to come further out. Nope, he was asking for the linesman.
Going to see how this is going to play out here.
Well, they're going to move it up to the 39-yard line.
Maybe down to the 39-yard line, so that's a much better location. So now we've got the down box sorted out. We have the ball placement sorted out. Let's get some football going.
Yeah, I feel bad for the back judge and the field judge. They were excluded from that conversation.
It'll be third down and short here for the Liberty Panthers. Darter hands the ball to Fowler, left-hand side, and gets spilled by number 1. I'm not sure he picked up enough for the first. I don't think he did.
No, he's going to be short of the first down as that ball just went up a yard.
This is definitely go-for-it territory here. Ball on the Hawk 38-yard line. Fourth and short for Liberty. Mares back in at quarterback. And he'll roll to his right to try to pick this up, and it appears he has enough for the first down. And they are very late on blowing that whistle. And this is something we've seen a couple of times. The forward progress, they let it play out, and that can get dangerous.
That typically will lead to the extracurriculars.
Well, it didn't that time. Mares able to pick up the first down. Liberty with the ball on the Hawk 35-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers. So you see Darter again rolls to his left, and he's going to get immediate pressure. Number 24 coming up with the sack, Jake Dickerson.
Hardin-Jefferson came up with the ball, but the referee right there immediately signaling that ball came loose after he was down.
Be a 10-yard loss on the play. Second down and 20, ball back on the Hawk 45-yard line. Darter never had a chance on that. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he had pressure right away. Mares back in, Holmes and Wycliffe to his left and right. Mares keeps the ball, and he's going to rumble up the middle, and he'll pick up a big chunk of that lost yardage.
Yeah, it'll create a third and long, but much less long than previously.
Going to get back to the 38-yard line. Be third down and 13 for Liberty. Just about 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing 17-7. Frankie Mares. Jaden Holmes to his right. Mares looks, and he's going to throw the little screen pass. Be received cleanly. Holmes still on his feet. Breaks a Hardin-Jefferson Hawk tackle and almost drags another one into the end zone. A nice pickup from Liberty.
Okay, we have got 2 flags. One is going to happen during the play, and the other one is going to come in well after the play. The Hardin-Jefferson coach was almost near the HJ in the middle of the field. That's how far out he had come.
That was Jaden Holmes' reception. He caught that at about the 30 and then almost took it in 30 more yards for the touchdown. But as it stands, that is going to be negated. And they're going to push the ball back.
Sideline penalty against Liberty. No, that he did not intend it to go there.
Okay, so what I thought was about to get called on the Panthers, not. Well, what a turn of events right there, Ross.
It really is. Now, that was assuming that penalty against.
Well, I thought they were going to get a hold back there. Normally that's where you're going to get that flag thrown, but they didn't. So Liberty's going to have the ball on the Hawk 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
Which means that penalty was not going to be against Liberty.
Mares, Wycliffe, and Fowler in the backfield with Mares. And Fowler, left-hand side, he's going to bulldoze his way through for the score at the 5:36 mark in the second quarter. Liberty coming up roses. 3-yard touchdown run for Logan Fowler. Of course, the scoreboard added that to Hardin-Jefferson, so that's not right.
Another instance of the Utah Jazz striking.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to have to get over that, Ross. Hardin-Jefferson 17, Liberty 13 as it stands, pending this point after. Snap, kick, and it's good. 5:36 to go. Hardin-Jefferson 17, Liberty 14. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. 5:36 to go here in the second quarter. Logan Fowler with a 3-yard touchdown run. Diego Diaz with the point after attempt. Liberty trailing Hardin-Jefferson by 3, 17-14. A little correction on the penalty over there. That confused the heck out of both you and I, Ross, but you've got a clarification?
I do. That was going to be a hold against Liberty and then the personal foul sideline infraction. And those two offset each other, and that is why the ball went to where it last was.
Okay, so
the play stood.
Okay, right. So generally, where those flags were laying on the field, that's not a sideline infraction, infraction rather.
Well, like I said,
so there were some other ones further over.
Head coach was out probably at midfield.
Oh, he was way out on the field.
I mean, almost even, maybe not in the exact location, but even with the HJ at the 50-yard line.
Diego Diaz with the kickoff, and that's going to be a low squibber. That's going to be off 23. 13 comes up with it, still on his feet, finds a hole, and a flag thrown in from the umpire. Wow, 13 took a shot.
Well, and we have got some issues here. We've now got a flag that's going to go against Liberty as well after the play, but there should have been a flag on Kilrain Brown because he shoved a Liberty player down onto the turf.
That was number 13, Judah Wheaton, with the return for Hardin-Jefferson. And this is going to be a situation where they're going to have to keep this kind of under control. There's still a lot of football left.
The natives are restless. The field judge comes in and wants to know where and why that flag, what that flag is.
Well, the umpire threw that flag with authority.
Well, there was that one, and then another one that the hat came out on.
Definitely the Panther fans super unhappy. They're going to throw another penalty, and probably going to be on one of the coaches here.
I believe it is going to be on the coach. It's a hold against Hardin-Jefferson. And if that one comes back,
well, Ross, this has been a long, sort of tough season for the coaching staff, and they're trying to ride off into the sunset right here on a positive note. And so any of these extra flags that are coming out here are going to derail what they're trying to do.
Here is the issue, Joe. The hold was during the play. The personal foul was after the play. Therefore, the holding penalty should have been marked off before the two personal fouls.
Well, they're going to have the ball. Hardin-Jefferson's going to have the ball, and they're going to start on the Panther 46-yard line near hash mark, Samoff. And he's going to hand the ball off to number 25, and he's going to get tripped up by Mason Shellhammer, but not before he picks up 11 yards on the carry. He first down.
What did you say the yardage was?
They started on the 46.
Okay, I thought that's what it was, but
now on the Liberty 34-yard line.
Rain falling.
You see my camera?
They send 4 in motion, going to toss it to number 4, and he skips around outside and finally steps out after a first down pickup. And number 4, a very dangerous running back in his own right, Sam Jones. That was a la reminiscent of that first play that they ran where he picked up a touchdown. And some extra happening over on the sideline. I think we're probably going to say that probably for the rest of the game. There's extra happening. Samoff going to send number 4 in motion again. This time he's going to hand it off to 11, and a host of Panthers right there to meet him.
He was met by Cody Sandifer, who wrapped him up around the waist and held him there until the other Panthers, his friends, could come and assist.
Number 11, Davion Levine, and he's going to maybe get back, see where if he gets back to the line of scrimmage or not. I don't see the down box moving, so going to have the ball on the 20-yard line. Second down and 10 for Harden Jefferson. Samoff. This time he gets out of contain, left-hand side, still on his feet, spins. And he's going to have a big pickup there, the quarterback. He's going to get down to, and I hate this angle we're on, Ross. It makes it very difficult to see where they're at. It's like about the 13-yard line. Third down and short for Hardin-Jefferson. Just about 3:30 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing by 3, 17-14. Liberty will be kicking the ball off to start the second half. Sam off to his right. He's going to keep the ball. And he is going to get dropped by number 2, Cameron Harper. To pick up a first down. That'll drop the sticks and give him first down and goal from the Panthers' 6-yard line. And what was just a little bit of a spray is now turning into more than that. They have to find some coverage for my technical equipment over here. As the rains come down.
And we have some flags before the play. Hardin-Jefferson says it's against Hardin-Jefferson. Liberty says it's against, Hardin-Jefferson says against Liberty.
Well, I was not expecting this. I don't currently have.
Yeah, if anybody has something in the truck, if they could run it up. And that's going to be offsides on Liberty. Joe shedding some of his wardrobe to sacrifice it for our equipment.
Sorry, I had to take my shirt off to cover up this fairly expensive equipment that we have. Don't worry, I'm still wearing an undershirt. And they're going to get in on the touchdown. That's number 11 with the carry, Davion Levine, at the 2:35 mark. Hardin-Jefferson's going to score a touchdown. Pending the extra point from Adamic. Currently 23-14, 2:35 to go. And the kick is up. It will be through the uprights, and at the 2:35 mark, number 11 scores. That will extend the lead 24-14. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. At the 2:35 mark, number 11, Davion Levine, scoring a touchdown. Adamic with the extra point. Liberty trailing by 10 now, 24-14, as the rains have started to come down here in Sour Lake, Texas. At first, just a little sprinkle, and now a little bit harder. Not a torrential downpour yet, but it's getting close to that. Liberty with their kickoff return team on the field. Adamic for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks getting set to kick off. Hardin-Jefferson will be receiving the second half kickoff. All the umbrellas have made an appearance in the stands, except for where we need it, Ross. Well, we'll see how well a blind man can see with foggy glasses. And that's going to be a very high kick. And Fowler's going to field that at the 25. And they're going to say he called for a fair catch. And I believe they're accurate there. Logan Fowler. Go ahead. We were just walking all over each other. Liberty with a 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And I would say it's not uber important that they score right here, but it sure wouldn't hurt.
Well, they're down by 10 right now, 2:33 left in the half, and Hardin-Jefferson gets the ball back. And Joe, I do agree with the official's call there. I was under the impression, at least I thought the intent was for a fair catch. Now, he didn't make the motion as...
I think they're just looking for any kind of movement.
Which yeah, I mean...
Mares going to hand the ball off to number 26, Jaden Holmes. Pick up a few on that. Be about 3 yards on the carry. Ball get moved up to the Panther 28-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for Liberty.
So Mares with the run there. And we're going to get a timeout from Liberty. It'll be Liberty's first timeout of the half. We'll take it with them with 1:51 left in the first half. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Hardin-Jefferson. 1:51 left in the first half. Liberty trailing Hardin-Jefferson 24-14. Liberty a third and short. Ball's going to be handed off to Fowler. Fowler charges forward. He's still on his feet across the 45, and he will be taken down just beyond midfield. Depending on where this spot is, they're going to say midfield. And a huge first down for Liberty there as the time in the first half comes winding down quickly. Back to the line quickly. Mares takes the snap, rolls left, looks downfield for Whitcliffe. He has Whitcliffe. Whitcliffe hauls it in inside the 25 and steps out of bounds at the Hardin-Jefferson 23-yard line.
Well, that was a beautiful pass from Mares. If it had been 1 yard inside, he would have taken that to the house. Mares, Whitcliffe hooking up for the long
stops
pass.
With Whitcliffe going out of bounds here. So first down and 10 from the Hardin-Jefferson 23-yard line. Liberty back to the line. Shotgun for Mares with a back in the backfield. Two wide receivers on each side. Hands this ball off. Play is going to be whistled dead. And we are going to have a timeout, Hardin-Jefferson, and we will take it with them with 1:25 left. It's 24-14 Hardin-Jefferson. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. I'm going to apologize for some of the confusion. It's raining. We're trying to protect our equipment as the game moves along. Ross has the play-by-play right now while I'm trying to do some other stuff behind the scenes.
Ball at the Liberty 24 or the Hardin-Jefferson 24-yard line. In the shotgun, Mares rolls left as he takes the snap, looking for Whitcliffe in the end zone. It is broken up in the end zone.
That was beautiful coverage from Christian Williams, and he came across at the exact last second to stop that from being a sure touchdown.
And that will bring up a second down on the incomplete pass. Whitcliffe in the backfield on the right hip of Whitcliffe. Whitcliffe takes this ball, hands it off to Holmes. Holmes, shifty feet across the line, and he'll bang forward for about 3 yards to the 20-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson, and Liberty is going to spend their second timeout of the half, and we will stay with you.
It's really close here at the end, and Liberty, very important now that they have great field position to get something out of it. Earlier, when they were all the way on the other side, I didn't think it was that important because a whole half to go. But now they're within striking distance.
I chose the wrong day to forget my raincoat. Joe, I bring my raincoat with me
every time
we do a broadcast.
You sure do.
Liberty will come out of the timeout. They will have a 3rd down, ball at the Hardin-Jefferson 20-yard line. And it appears they need the 13-yard line for a 1st down. Rain coming down even heavier now, the heaviest of the night. Ball is on the left hash mark. Mares in the shotgun with a back to his right, man in motion. Whitcliffe left to right. Rolls out, pressure, throws on the run, looking for Carter in the end zone, and that one thrown over. Mares, a good job there to get rid of that ball as he had heavy pressure from Quinston Heim, and that'll bring up 4th down. So it'll be 4th down and about 6 yards here. Diego Diaz Ramirez will come on to attempt the field goal. Ball is spotted down at the 20, or will be snapped from the 20, the spot at the 26. The kick is up. It is moving right, but it goes through the uprights. And Liberty does pick up 3 more points with 58 seconds left in the half. So, Joe, they do get some points.
That's very positive with this rain and these conditions right now. We've seen some worse things happen.
Yeah, that drive starting at their 25-yard line.
I have to invest in some windshield wipers for my glasses. Under a minute to go here in the half. Liberty does strike on the Diego Diaz field goal.
37-yard field goal for Diaz.
Pretty confident we're going to have to put everything we brought with us in the dryer when we get back to Liberty.
In vain, I am still trying to do my paperwork here, Joe.
Well, the beautiful part here, the band's collecting on the east end of the field, and they're still going to perform in this thing, which a credit to them. Those young people are so amazing. Liberty bands traveling up to Lindale last Saturday for area competition. Congratulations for making their quote-unquote playoffs.
Hardin-Jefferson get another attempt to return a kick, and the far return man is going to be Tavarian Thomas, and the near side return man is going to be Warren. The kick is a long one, and it will land in the end zone for a touchback. They did not want to risk letting Hardin-Jefferson have an opportunity to return that kick. Good kick by Diego Diaz Ramirez there.
Yeah, Hardin-Jefferson has been so dangerous tonight on special teams. Liberty trailing 24-17, and this is right now a game of who's going to make the fewest mistakes. Hardin-Jefferson capitalizing early on some mistakes from Liberty, and since those initial few things, they've really calmed down and started to play a much cleaner football game, Ross.
It'll be 1st down and 10 from the Hardin-Jefferson 25-yard line, moving left to right. 58 seconds remain in the first half. 24-17 Hardin-Jefferson. Samoff in the shotgun, back to his left, takes the snap, hands it off, now pitched off to Thomas. Thomas running left. He's got room. Shellhammer gets a hand around him, stays on his feet across the 30-yard line before being pushed down and out of bounds at about the 30. See where they spot this football. They'll spot it at the Hardin-Jefferson 32-yard line, and that'll bring up.
It's a pretty good call from Hardin-Jefferson with that reverse. Liberty still almost got them in the backfield.
1st down or 2nd down and short here in the shotgun. Samoff pitches this one off to Thomas again, who goes left. Thomas has got some room along the sideline across the 50, the 45, the 40, and he will be hammered down at the, wait for the spot here,
And under 10 seconds to go here, and Liberty, quite frankly, trying to hold on to keep them out of field goal range.
Hardin-Jefferson calling a timeout. 7 seconds remain in the half.
Both teams have been very aggressive in this last minute or so of action, trying to do something to the scoreboard. And this may, as it so many times has happened when these two teams meet, it may come down to who has the ball last.
That is exactly what happened last year.
Both teams trying to end their season on a winning note. And after a very, very hot start to the season, Hardin-Jefferson won a bunch of games early. Most of their victories came before district started. And they were thinking that they were going to be in prime position for a playoff spot. And then a very similar run of bad luck happened to them that had happened to Liberty.
Ball on the left hash mark at the 39-yard line of Liberty. Samoff takes a snap, rolls right, under pressure from Sandifer. Sandifer brings him down for a huge loss, and that'll do it for Liberty. There is a flag on the play, but it is going to be a hold that is declined. And with that, we go to halftime as the rain picks up 24-17, Hardin-Jefferson.
They are literally going to walk away. Yeah, I knew garbage bag.
The President was Wesley Peacock as a Teacher of the Week. Thank you for all the indigenous students. The Panthers perform a 52 to their fourth by the mighty Panther League.
I think there's letter on the London lost his car. I think he took his camera.
Mighty Panther Band returns after the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks for a very special short performance with Big Blue Machine in honor of all our military veterans. London's yellow jumper came undone. That was Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to halftime of the Big Blue Machine, Spoilers, Color Guard, Scarlet. The band is led in the field direction of drum majors Alex Thomas and Lauren Wilson. With sergeant for the Starlet, with 2024-25 Starlet officers are Senior Lieutenant Emma Broussard, Senior Lieutenant McKenna Callis, Junior Lieutenant Abby Patillo, and Captain Ms. Kate Knuckles. The 2024-25 twirling captain is Ms. Kendall Maytop. Twirler of the week is senior captain Ms. Kendall Maytag. Your color guard members are Katie Van Norm and Captain Senior Alexis Swallow. The Starlight Twirlers and Color Guard are performing their feature this week to the 2014 Pitbull hit Fireball. The band directors would like to thank all of their seniors for making this a wonderful marching season. Heather Edwards, Christy Gilligan, Hayden Hidalgo, Kendall Maytag, Brayden McKinnon, Mia Osborne, Colton Ray, Zachary Reynolds, Ben Little, Alexis Swallow, Brandon Summers, Thomas Stanton, Addison Sleeper, Allie Thomas, and Brody Wallace. Our best is better because of you. This is proud senior band mom, Christy Thomas, signing off. It's a great day to be a Hawk.
You check some.
We've checked everything and everything's plugged in. So
It's gotta be my power cable for my camera.
Yes, sir. We unplugged and plugged it back in. All good. Yes, sir.
Richie. Okay.
I told him like 1,000 times.
Yeah, I did. I've got Ray's headset. Or I've got Alexis's headset. No, I'm on Alexis's headset. All right, what about you, Ray? Can you hear him on yours? All right. Hold it down. Yes. Yes, we can hear you. Well, you can't hear me.
No, I know. I'm talking right. So we can meet.
I can't do anything.
I think London's about to start letting us run it.
You can hear him? You're an idiot. He had the thing turned down.
It.
The government's going to bury you just so that way you can let them down a little more.
I mean, I told them like 1,000 times I needed like a garbage bag, but they never responded.
Yes, sir. Like I can just like barely touch it. That's fine. Garbage.
Take this. I don't need it.
This is representing multiple things. It's still on there.
Still in protest. Stop.
It was hanging on the side. Oh, the trash can. I mean, it was on the trash can, but it was whatever worked. Yeah. I'm supposed to do green jumping, that's already in the bird dog, and put the yellow jumping. That worked, Mr. Ewing. Has she not been in my decoration? Are you on? In the bedroom?
Yes, my thing is on. My intercom will turn on.
It lit up when I plugged it into the green jumper into the... Yes, it's the green jumper and the Panther. Can you hear?
My intercom is... Can you ask him if I can hand my phone on to the trailer? That's all I'm doing.
You need to put under the...
I would just feel safer with it in the trailer.
Oh, wait.
If that's possible. Well, I just turned
Okay,
off.
I unplugged it. It's because I unplugged it, London. London. Because I unplugged it.
It's still good enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, we're unpacking. We're putting yours up.
Okay.
Start undoing cords. I'm gonna get your box.
All right.
Okay. Are you ready for it?
Hey, y'all are going away.
Shut up, Chloe.
Hey,
Here, take that.
hey, I think y'all are going away.
Are we packing up red camera too?
No, red camera stand. But I need to.
I'll go back and take a look. Addison, that would have been so funny for you.
Here, you want to take this back? Hey, Chloe.
We're about 4 minutes away from halftime being done. Okay, where was the real? Oh, it's right on there. Here, just don't worry about that. London, take this. I'm taking my phone. I'll give you your phone. Hold
Just
that.
come back. Is anybody going to play Is there anybody in the trailer?
How are you? Good. Alright, so what's happening? No fools. Howdy.
Hi.
So what's happening? We've got 1:30 before we're back again. So get on your camera.
Are there people in the trailer?
Welcome back to the second half. Hardin-Jefferson Hawks will be receiving the second half kickoff.
So do you want a wide shot instead of a tight?
Number 1, Corey Warren. Taking the tackle is number 15, Legend Tillman.
A little bit. Thank you, we're wireless. We're not stationary.
The freaking Red Bulls are hitting now.
You got a Red Bull?
I had two.
Aura. Ooh, the Aura keeper here. What are you doing? You said. You yelled at.
Who, me?
No, them. In the trailer. Look at this camera work. Look at this camera work, Luz. Film this camera work here. Look at this professional camera. Hold on. Gotta let the HUD see the muscle.
You my bestie.
Uh-huh.
Damn, you said, oh.
Who the fuck is over there playing catch? Oh, are they just playing catch or what? Tag. What? Oh my days. Timeout on them. And my thing's spinning up. Yeah. Is this the Aura stance?
Yep. Hold on, let me get it. Okay, that's going on my story. Is that okay?
No.
What if I put Aura?
Yeah. Put it in like black and white or something. No, like the actual picture. Black and white. That muscle don't look. Retake that.
Sorry?
That muscle don't look big.
I don't put it in black and white. Like that?
That does not look good. My muscles just look fat. They're already shown. Show this. Take a picture of this.
What about that?
No, my face wasn't right.
Why are you standing up? You say, oh.
My fault. That was not good. Look, show my face too.
You literally just told me not to.
My face was just bad.
Okay, that's cute.
My days, I'm so adorable. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, it's raining again. Holy shit. Holding what the slip. What the slip. It's raining again. Yeah, I don't want the camera getting wet. It's
If you're hearing me in the truck at this point, 10:15 to go in the third quarter on a very rainy night. Hardin-Jefferson getting the ball first in the second half. Liberty's defense stopping them, only allowing them to get up to the 25. They needed about the 28-yard line for a first down. Hardin-Jefferson punted the ball. It took a Hardin-Jefferson bounce across the 50-yard line. And then after the play had been blown dead, flags flew all around. And we will see who gets what penalty. They're trying to sort these things out as we speak. There's a flag in the backfield as well about where the punter was standing. Got a personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct against Hardin-Jefferson. A personal foul. That is going to be a strike to the head. And so these are not offsetting penalties. And from where these penalties are going to be assessed, Liberty will go from their own territory into Hardin-Jefferson territory. The ball spotted down at the Hardin-Jefferson 29-yard line. And we have an official timeout here to allow one of the officials to reposition himself. Lots of confusion on that play. It'll be a personal foul against Hardin-Jefferson. It'll add to their penalty total for the night. Again, please bear with us. This ball snapped back to Mares. Mares fakes the handoff, pitches it back to Wycliffe along the far sideline. Wycliffe, he's got room, stiff arms a Hardin-Jefferson Hawk, and he is taken down, but not before a huge pickup there. And Wycliffe moving that ball all the way down to the Hardin-Jefferson 14-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Liberty. Liberty trailing Hardin-Jefferson 24-17, 9:58. Frankie Mares back in, one man in the backfield. Mares in the shotgun. He is going to hand this off to Holmes. Holmes is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Actually, it looks as if they're going to spot him for a little bit of a loss, and that was Logan Fowler, the ball carrier, not Holmes. Back to the line. It'll be second down. Ball snapped off, this time handed to Fowler over the left side, and Fowler is going to go into the end zone for a touchdown, except there is a flag on the play. And Liberty scores the touchdown, and it may have been a flag that was thrown during that earlier skirmish. It was. That will count as a touchdown, and it is 24-23 pending the extra point from Diego Diaz Ramirez with 9:14 in the third quarter. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it punches through the uprights. And Liberty has tied this game with 9:14 in the third quarter in the final game of the Liberty season. Oh, can you hear me now, Richie, in the truck? We are under siege with rain and everybody scrambling to protect equipment, which all of this equipment is adverse to wetness. There'll be 3 return men for Hardin-Jefferson as Liberty has tied this game up with 9:14 to go in the third quarter. It is knotted at 24 for Hardin-Jefferson as my binoculars are no help. I cannot see in these conditions as this kick goes to the 5-yard line. It is fielded on the near side, and the return man running to the left. He's cutting back across the field. He's along the far sideline. He's still on his feet across the 50, and he will step out of bounds after he crosses the 50-yard line, and we are going to have late flags, so there will be a personal foul, and we have got a real situation as these two teams have been chippy all night, and now they are having to be broken up. There are things flying from the Hardin-Jefferson stands. That was a huge pickup there. Kedrick Harrison out on the field beyond the near hash marks, being told to go back as he wants an explanation for what's going on. I think the officials are trying to figure out what the explanation might be. They're going to be trying to sort out several things here. One, the penalty and who it is against. But also, with all that action, they're going to try to spot the ball before they can assess any such penalty. Every flag in the building is out. I think one of the officials may have thrown his hat 2 or 3 times. They are going to say that he stepped out of bounds at the Liberty 49-yard line. That was DeCorian Warren. And these two coaches are now going to meet in the field. Kedrick Harrison and the head coach for Hardin-Jefferson. The Hardin-Jefferson coach walking with the referee. The head linesman walking Kedrick Harrison out. And I believe they are going to probably say, guys, get your team's emotions under control here. There's 9:02 left. As it stands at the moment, the ball is spotted at the 49-yard line of Liberty. Hardin-Jefferson will have possession of it. I would imagine we are going to get some ejections, and they are going to call both teams out onto the field, and both coaching staffs is going to have a very, very important discussion to try to calm these emotions. Unfortunately, y'all cannot hear what I can hear right now, and that is Richard Ewing, our producer extraordinaire, the Renaissance man down in the dry production truck. And I will try my best as the rain intensifies now yet again. This is the last game of the season for both teams. Frustrating seasons for both teams. The little huddle with coaches and officials for Liberty has wrapped up. Liberty returns to the sideline. The defense will be out. We're still awaiting an indication from the referee of what the penalties are going to be and if there are going to be any ejections. Personal foul. The officiating crew wears earpieces and a microphone so that they can communicate between each other, but they do not have a microphone that communicates with the stands. The officials mark this ball out at the Liberty 49-yard line. The referee never making a signal, but it is against Liberty because the ball has now moved all the way up to the Liberty 34-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Hardin-Jefferson along the far hash mark. This ball is going to be handed off, and number 25 is across the 25 before being caught up by the feet. And it'll be another first down as he is taken down at around the Liberty 22-yard line. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage here. Snaps his hands together, low snap picked up off the turf. He's going to keep this ball. He dodges and weaves his way across the line, and he is going to have a nice gain there on first down with 8:43. The game is currently tied at 24. The rain is currently intensifying. The bands got their programs in. And this ball is can y'all hear me in the truck? Okay. We are just about under 8 minutes, now officially under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. A deluge of water is pouring from the sky right now in a 24-24 game. Hardin-Jefferson with the ball deep in Liberty's territory. This ball is going to be kept by the quarterback, and he is lit up by Pepper Dubose. Ryan Samhoff, the quarterback, took a lick there, and he will go backwards, and that'll bring up a fourth down and long. The ball is going to be at the Liberty 21-yard line as the umpire wiping the ball. Hearing in the truck that we have an intense rain band that's about to move through. Samhoff drops back. Flags are thrown and whistles blown before this play can develop, and it will be a false start against Hardin-Jefferson. Hardin-Jefferson racking up penalty yardage before the rain. I had a nice count of it and was going to recount that at halftime, but best laid plans don't work. So they'll move this ball 5 yards back, and it will go behind the original line of scrimmage and bring up a fourth down and very long in a 24-24 game, the last game of the season for both Hardin-Jefferson and Liberty. Samhoff, the quarterback, is going to stay out on the field here as they have determined that this is their best option. Ball at the 31-yard line. Samhoff gets his snap waist high, tries to get it off. It is broken up and batted to the floor or the carpet. I did not see who got their hand on it, but Liberty will take over possession as Hardin-Jefferson turns this ball over on downs with 6:54 left to play in the third quarter here in Sour Lake. Okay, was that better? Could you hear me better? Okay, I'm trying to do my best. Okay, Liberty starts this drive. Hand off to Whitcliffe. Whitcliffe runs left, cuts back inside a little bit across the 30 before being taken down at about the 20, well, it'd be the 34-yard line. They keep the clock winding in a 24-24 game. 6:35 to go. The clock running. A big pickup of 8 yards on first down. Liberty is quickly back to the line. I am trying to see as this rain making it hard with glasses. Mares fakes the handoff, and this ball is going to be pitched to Whitcliffe down the right side. Whitcliffe has a lot of room. He's across the 40, midfield. He's across the 30, and he will be still on his feet along the far sideline and into the end zone And there is absolutely no flags. And a touchdown, and Liberty takes the lead for the first time tonight. So Liberty now with a 30-24 lead with 6:06 left to play in the third quarter. Rain pouring down here. I picked the wrong day to deactivate my glasses wipers. Diaz kicks this one off and pounds it through the uprights, and Liberty now with a 31-24 lead with 6:06 left to play in the third quarter on the Panther Sportz Network. And I am not sure, Joe, if we are going to a commercial or not. And we will be back after this. Welcome back. Liberty just took a 31-24 lead in the third quarter, their first lead of the game, on a very long run by Jason Whitcliffe on a beautiful play down the right sideline. And he was able to scoot into the end zone. It's now Diego Diaz-Ramirez who will kick this ball off, swings the leg, this kick end over end, angling towards the left sideline. It will be picked up by the Hardin-Jefferson Hawk returner, who runs left and is going to be swallowed up hard inside the 20-yard line, and they may give him forward progress to the 20. They are going to give him forward progress to the 20-yard line, and Hardin-Jefferson will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Hardin-Jefferson's last drive ended with a punt. Liberty has now scored on their last two drives. The Liberty defense back out there. Hardin-Jefferson offense being led by Sam Hoff, and we have a stoppage in play, and it will be a timeout for Liberty. They were having some issues with personnel. It'll be the first timeout for Liberty with 5:58 in the third quarter, as these two teams will regroup. Welcome back to Sour Lake. Hardin-Jefferson and Liberty playing the final game of their seasons, and we've got a good one. Hardin-Jefferson has led it's been tied the entire game until the last Liberty drive. Samoff hands this ball up the middle, and he runs the ball carrier across the 25 and up to the 27-yard line, we'll call it. Jeroy Simon, the ball carrier for Hardin-Jefferson. Hardin-Jefferson in the shotgun formation, two wide receivers on each side. This ball is a botched snap in and out of the hands of Samoff, who quickly dives on it. It'll be a big loss for Hardin-Jefferson, as that one will bring it all the way back to the 20-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage, and will present a 3rd down and 10 for Hardin-Jefferson, deep in their territory. 31-24 Liberty. Liberty scored on their last 2 drives. Samoff gets this ball, another tough snap, but he's able to pick it up. He is running as he zigzags in and out. He's still on his feet, and he will be taken down by Wycliffe. Ball comes loose. It is recovered by senior Cody Sandifer. And Liberty picks up the turnover on a great play by Jason Wycliffe and Cody Sandifer, and they will start their drive at the Hardin-Jefferson 43-yard line. And that is something that is going to have to be watched the rest of this game. The conditions here deteriorating. With 4:51 left in the third quarter, Liberty looking to take advantage of this wonderful field position that was afforded them by the Panther defense. Mares back in the shotgun, one back behind him. Mares fakes the handoff. Little jump pass to Harper. Harper makes the catch inside the 40 at about the 43-yard line. Excuse me, that's the 38-yard line. And a nice pickup there for Liberty on first down. They're going to spot him at the 39-yard line. And excuse me if I get my yardages mixed up. It's really hard to see with this rain pouring down and glasses on. First down and 10, Liberty from the Hardin-Jefferson 39-yard line along the left hash mark. This ball is snapped past Frankie Mares, and Mares acts quickly jumping on it, but it goes back across midfield, and the Panthers with a huge loss there. As the ball going to be spotted at the Liberty 49-yard line. And it will bring up a third down and extremely long. Liberty will need the 34-yard line for a first down. They are at the Liberty 49-yard line right now. Mares back in the shotgun, one man to his left. He is going to keep this ball. He charges forward across the 50, the 45, before being taken down at the 41-yard line. Still short of a first down, but a big pickup for Frankie Mares on the keeper. Clock continues to run. We are under 3 minutes and 15 in the third quarter. 31-24 Liberty. Liberty with the ball. Hardin-Jefferson turned the ball over. A Jason Wycliffe hit and Cody Sandifer recovery gave Liberty great field position. Third down and about 7. Mares fakes the handoff to Fowler. He is going to charge forward, falls forward, and he is going to be down at about the 30. Try to see exactly where this is. It's well short of the first down, but Liberty will have to punt this ball away. It appears they're going to spot this one at the 37-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. That was actually fourth down. The down box was a little off here, so Samhoff brings his offense down. Nice field position at the 37-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. In the shotgun formation, claps his hands together, man in motion left to right. Pitches this ball off to his man. There's another fumble. It is picked up by Jason Wycliffe, who is spun down on the ground, and Wycliffe with the fumble recovery, and Liberty only not having possession of that ball one time, as Jason Wycliffe, who was involved in the last fumble recovery, or causing the last fumble, causes that fumble, and Liberty will have first down and 10 from the 30-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson as the clock is stopped at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It is 31-24, Hardin-Jefferson. A pretty good rain shower is coming down now. We expect it to intensify here shortly. Richard Ewing with his pulse on the weather right now. Mares hangs this ball off to Fowler. Fowler runs left and across the 30 down to the 28-yard line of Liberty as he picks up about 3 on first down. (31-24). Your Liberty Panthers right now, their first lead of the game. Ball inside at the 28-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. Mares takes the snap. He is going to run forward across the 25 and barrel along until being taken down at the 20-yard line, and that is a first down for the Liberty Panthers. The Panthers have forced turnovers against Hardin-Jefferson on Hardin-Jefferson's last 2 offensive possessions. The clock running under a minute and 40 seconds. Mares back in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to his left. This ball handed off to Holmes. Holmes spins around past the tackler and inside the 20, and he will barrel down to the 15 or 16-yard line. They are going to give him the 15. It is the delicate balance of getting a football in and out, something that in a non-rain situation is an afterthought, especially on a synthetic turf field. Second down and about 7 to go for Liberty. Mares in the shotgun, takes this one just below the waist, hands it off to Holmes. Holmes is grabbed around the ankles behind the line, but fights forward, and I believe he will either see where they're going to go. They're going to loss of a yard there, but considering where Holmes was taken back, he showed incredible strength to just lose a yard there. Ball goes back to the Hardin-Jefferson 17-yard line on the left hash mark. That's our near side. Liberty moving right to left. Mares in the shotgun formation. Fowler behind him. This ball handed off to Fowler. Fowler goes through a hole and across the 15 down to the, well, they're going to say he's at the 15. It looked like he had fallen across the 15, but they're going to give him the spot at the 15, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that should be the last play before the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3 quarters of play, your Liberty Panthers with a 31-24 lead on a rainy night in Sour Lake. Back on the Panther Sports Network in a moment. Welcome back as we have 1 quarter of play left. Liberty comes into the 4th quarter with a 31-24 lead on the final game of the season for the Liberty Panthers. It is also the final game of the season for Hardin-Jefferson. We are in Sour Lake, Texas. It has been an exciting game, a action-filled game. Liberty will have a 4th down. Ball is going to be at the Liberty 18-yard line. No, excuse me, I keep going back. At the 12-yard line. 4th down. They need the 10 for a first down. Mares moves in under center. One back in the backfield, and he is going to draw Hardin-Jefferson off sides. And he is going to move forward. He'd be short of a first down, but if this is an offside penalty, it should be enough for a first down, or at least to make it incredibly short. The officiating crew talking over to see exactly where the spot of this football will be. And it is offsides against Hardin-Jefferson. And that is going to be good enough for a first down. And the Liberty Panthers now have a first down and goal inside their 10 inside the 10-yard line at the 9-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. 11:55 left to play in this one, 31-24 Liberty. Mares with Holmes to his left. Hands this ball off. He's actually going to fake the handoff, and he barrels forward. And he is going to pick up about a yard there to the 8-yard line. Here comes the heavier rain. The clock continues to run. Liberty holding a 7-point lead, 31-24. Back to the line. A yard pickup there on first down. It'll bring up second down and goal from the 8-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. Mares in the shotgun, takes a snap. He keeps it himself. He's across the 5, still on his feet. Inside the 5, ball comes loose, and they are going to say the ball is down as Hardin-Jefferson comes away with it. That was Javion Johnson. Fortunately for Liberty, that ball, they had stopped forward progress. And Mares takes that one down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, and it'll bring up a third down and goal for the Panthers. Just under 10 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in this one. Steady pace of rain coming down here in Hardin-Jefferson. Ball is on the right sideline. 2 backs in the backfield for Liberty, one to the left, one to the right, and we're going to get a timeout from Liberty. Kedrick Harrison wants to talk this one over on third down. It is 10:26 left to play in the fourth quarter. 31-24 Liberty, back on the Panther Sportz Network after this. Welcome back. 10:26 left to play in the fourth quarter. Ross Norwood, Joe Roberts, our entire cast of characters, along with Richard Ewing. Your Liberty Panthers with a 31-24 lead right now, and a third down and goal from the 4-yard line. From the Hardin-Jefferson 4-yard line. In the shotgun formation, one back behind Holmes is behind Mares. Fowler to the right. Mares takes this ball. He is going to try to run with it, and he loses his footing. He goes down to the 3-yard line. And that'll bring up a fourth down and goal as Mares is up. And that looked worse for Mares than apparently it is, because he looks like he's moving around. It looked like he planted one of his feet and lost his footing. Liberty quickly to the line. It is fourth down and goal from the Hardin-Jefferson 3-yard line. Mares in the shotgun, flanked by backs on each side. Mares takes this ball. He is going to run. He is stopped short of the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs for Liberty, and Hardin-Jefferson will take this ball over at their own 5-yard line with 9:47 left to play. Crowds for both teams have dispersed a little bit. The pretty good crowd here right in the middle of the stands to our left. Still there, umbrellas, some no cover like we were when this all started. 31-24 Liberty with 9:47 left to play in the season. Ball is at the Hardin-Jefferson 5-yard line. Sam Hoff moves in under center to take this snap. 2 backs in the backfield. This ball is going to be handed off to one of his backs. He runs left, and he is still on his feet across the 20. He jukes a couple of Panthers. He's across the 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. They're not going to catch him. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And there are no flags on the play. And we have for the first night, there is a flag on the play in the backfield. And for the first time tonight, Joe, we have a Jashawn Godfrey helmet not on his head. That flag was well behind the play and near the backfield. But the indication is it's going to go against Liberty because they are moving down. We'll let them sort this out. Liberty right now, if this stands, will lead 31-30 pending an extra point attempt. And by all indications, this is going to go against Liberty. Still waiting an official call from the referee. Okay, are we back? Okay, so there was a penalty. The referee had thrown a flag, a play by Hardin-Jefferson from their own 5-yard line. The ball carrier scooted all the way down the Liberty sideline and into the end zone, but there was a flag thrown about the 6-yard line. The referee indicated it was a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Liberty. However, they marked it off against Hardin-Jefferson. Hardin-Jefferson missed the extra point attempt with 9:32, and Liberty holds on to a 1-point lead, 31-30, in the final game of each team's season. And it has been a game filled with personal fouls, chippiness, and just about everything, rain, and a lot of rain. I think we're probably about 42 inches right now in the last hour. Well, it feels like that at least. .9:32 left to play. Hardin-Jefferson gets ready to kick this one off, and kicking it off for Hardin-Jefferson is Adamic. Adamic shoots this one straight in the air. This ball with some funky spin, fielded by Whitcliffe. He falls forward as it comes out of his hands, but he's able to retain control of it, and with 9:32 left to play in this game, Liberty with a 1-point lead. Talk about a razor-thin margin. We'll see where they spot this ball. The rain continues to fall. Liberty trailed or was tied in this one for most of the game before taking their first lead in the second half. First down at 10. Mares is going to hand this ball off to Holmes. Holmes cradling it with two hands is across the 35 and rumbles forward to the 39-yard line of Liberty. A nice pickup on first down for the Panthers. They have that 31-30 lead with just under 9:10 left to play. Liberty right now, the eye is over us with what you see on your screen. This ball snapped to Mares. Mares running left across the 40. He is pulled down and spins down, but not before he picks up some good yardage there as he moves up to the 42-yard line of Liberty. It'll be short of a first down, but brings up a third and very, very manageable. Richard Ewing throwing up the graphic on the screen of what the radar looks like presently where we are. Somehow we're in the eye, yet the rain is still coming down. Lots of red and orange. First down and 10. Two wide receivers to the far side, one to the near, two backs in the backfield. Frankie Mares rocked back there, and they're going to get him for a false start as there was motion in the backfield. And that'll back Liberty up 5 yards. And a penalty that is going to be costly as they had a third down and about 3 to go. And now they'll back all the way back to the 30, looking to see blocked out a little bit until they spot this. I'm going to say the 38-yard line. Clock is stopped at 8:11, but he just wound it. Liberty back to the line. They are at their own 38-yard line. They need the 45. Two backs in the backfield. Mares. Hard snap count, gets his snap, fakes the handoff to Fowler, throws it back behind him to Wycliffe. Wycliffe has a lot of daylight across the 50, the 40, the 20. He is going to be along the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Liberty. There's a Hardin-Jefferson Hawk face down on the carpet. But as of now, there are no flags, and Jason Wycliffe, the senior for the Panthers, a huge run. And I'm not sure, that wasn't a screen pass per se, more of a backfield pass. There are no flags on the play, and Liberty will take a 30-37 lead pending a Diego Diaz extra point attempt with 7:43 left to play in this ball game in a soggy Sour Lake. Mares will do the hold. Snap is back, kick is down, and this ball is going to be a bad snap. There are flags that have flown. A Hardin-Jefferson Hawk was over the line of scrimmage when that ball was snapped, so it'll be a free play. And Liberty now going to change their approach. They are going to go for two as this ball will be moved half the distance to the goal. And they will spot this one at the Liberty 2-yard line as Liberty is going to attempt a 2-point conversion as the rain intensifies. Liberty with a 37-30 lead. Mares moves in under center, three backs in the backfield. Mares is going to hold this one. He is caught up around the waist, and he is going to fall short of a 2-point conversion. That one fails, and it's 37-30, 7:43 left to play in the season. Back in a moment. Welcome back, 37-30, as you can see on your screen. A gully washer, and it sends people scurrying. 37-30, Liberty, 7-4. Three return men as Diego Diaz approaches this ball, swings the leg, sends an end-over-end kick to the left. It is fielded by Harden Jefferson, in and out of the hands of the return man, but he picks it up, recovers, runs to his left, reverses course, now back along the Harden Jefferson sideline. One man to beat. Here comes Shellhammer along the sideline trying to catch up with him. He can't. There are lots of blocks in the back. There is a flag down. He scores, but that one is coming back, and it's going to come way back as there is a flag at the Hardin-Jefferson 18-yard line, as well as the Liberty 23-yard line. 23-yard line, 26-yard line. And we have an injured Liberty Panther along the far sideline, rushing over, Michael Pope from Houston Methodist Hospital, along with Kedrick Harrison. The Panther that was injured with Damian Wilson is now limping back as everybody returns. A big return for the Harden Jefferson return man, blocking the back against Harden Jefferson. And that ball will be marked off. Now seeing another flag that is going to be at the 14-yard line, and that is where it will be marked off. It is a 10-yard penalty. It wipes off the touchdown with 7:22, wipes out that return, and goes a long way in explaining how that happened and how he was able to get into the end zone. He had a complement of blocks in the back, which is very common when you have a return that reverses fields several times. It's almost inevitable. It'll be first down and 10, Hardin-Jefferson inside their 10-yard line at their 8-yard line. Rain holding up just a little bit under center. This ball's going to be handed off to the ball carrier, runs to his right, runs into a wall, and he may lose a yard. He does, back to the 7-yard line. On first down, as the clock continues to run, Hardin-Jefferson trails Liberty 37-30. Liberty scoring a touchdown in the first possession. 6:54 left to play. The clock continuing to run. Second down and about 11 as this ball is at the Hardin-Jefferson 7-yard line. You can hear the Panther faithful. This ball's going to be handed off inside. Number 21 still on his feet. He gets shifty up to the 15-yard line before being taken down at the 16. And it'll be a nice pickup, but brings up a third down and a little bit here. Fourth quarter, under 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. 37-30 Liberty. Ball is at the 11-yard line. Sam Hoff hands this ball up the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere as he's stood up by Liberty Panthers, and they will hold on third down. And it'll bring up a fourth down, and I would imagine we're going to see the punt team from Hardin-Jefferson come out, and we do. 5:54 with the stoppage in play. Hardin-Jefferson unable to pick up a first down, and it'll bring up a fourth down and about 7. Actually, let's go with 4, but now the punter is waiting as he stands with his heels in the end zone. The play clock ran down, but the official indicating there is a timeout. Hardin-Jefferson's going to take a timeout with 5:53 left. Proceeding this fourth down play on the Panther Sports Network. Your Liberty Panthers are locked into a good one. Very perilous situation here for Hardin-Jefferson. All of this rain, I don't know if we're back yet, but if we 5:53, Hardin-Jefferson having to punt this ball. The Hardin-Jefferson punter, Adamak, with his heels in his own end zone here. The clock is running. Play clock now down under 9 seconds. And we are going to get a timeout here. We apologize. The rain has been ferocious tonight, and if there's one thing about electronics, it does not like water, and so we are having some technical difficulties. We appreciate your patience. On fourth down, the ball is going to be snapped. It's low. It gets away from the punter he kicks it out of the end zone, and that will be a safety. And that is huge in a game that Liberty leads with 5:30. They now lead 39-30 with 5:30 left to play in this ball game. And they will return. And that was one of the things that I was saying before our time out there. Holding on to the football has been at a premium. Adamak had no choice with that ball skipped back to him, and he had to kick it out of the back of the end zone for the safety because it was better than the alternative of letting a Liberty Panther climb on top of it for 6 points. We thank you for joining us on this wet night. Our entire crew with us. We have a big crew. They've done well all year. And this is our first game with this amount of rain. There's always one. And it just happened to be the day that I left all my rain gear at home. Liberty has a 39-30 lead after holding Hardin-Jefferson on third down. Hardin-Jefferson having to punt from deep inside their own territory. Adamak, the punter for Hardin-Jefferson. The ball was snapped. He had his heels in the Hardin-Jefferson end zone. The ball was snapped. It skipped back to him, and he was forced to kick the ball out of the back of the end zone. And Liberty with a 9-point lead with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this season. Liberty looking for their second win of the season, winning against Livingston earlier this season. Adamak will have to kick this ball off to Liberty after the safety, and this ball is going to be kicked from the 20-yard line. It's teed up. Adamak going to shift some personnel. He approaches the ball, swings the leg. This is going to be an onside kick. It takes a high bounce. It's off a couple of Liberty players. It's picked up by a Hardin-Jefferson player across the 45 before he's tackled at the 48-yard line, and an onside kick that is successful for Hardin-Jefferson, and they will start their drive at the 47. Well, they keep moving the spot of this ball. It is going to be at the 47. It was originally the 48-yard line. With 5:24, Hardin-Jefferson trails Liberty 39-30. Both teams have won one game coming into tonight. They both beat Livingston. Oh, excuse me. I was speaking of the district record, I believe, and I'm getting in the thumbs up. I apologize. They have 3 wins on the season, 2 non-district wins and 1. It'll be first down and 10. They're going to spot this ball all the way back at the 43-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. Samoff gets this one. Screen pass to the right side. Immediately met by some Panthers. They'll pick up a yard. As that ball inches up to the 44-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. The clock continues to run. Hardin-Jefferson trailing Liberty 39-30 as the clock ticks under 5 minutes to go. Careers. This ball snapped back, fakes the handoff. Adamak throws right, and it is almost picked off by Liberty. And I believe that is Devorian Bradford. It is Devorian Bradford who dove down trying to get it, but it hit the turf before he could make the catch. And that'll bring up a third down and long, and we are going to have a late flag, and the Hardin-Jefferson sideline is clapping. And I will guess that this will be a penalty against Liberty, an unsportsmanlike penalty. The rain now intensifying after slacking off just a little bit. And this will be huge because it was going to be a third down and long. It will be against Liberty. It will be an automatic first down for Hardin-Jefferson as they had a 3rd and long set up. That is the 5th, if my count is correct, personal foul against Liberty. One of them offsetting. Ball goes all the way down to the 41-yard line of Hardin-Jefferson. 1st down and 10. Ball on the right hash mark. Adamak fakes the throw. He takes off running right along the sideline, and he will step out of bounds inside the 25 at the 22-yard line. And the clock will stop with 4:42 left. In this game, Hardin-Jefferson trailing Liberty 39-30, and a huge personal foul picked up by Liberty as they were about to defend a 3rd down and long play, and instead it's a 1st and 10. Adamak, he's going to run again. He darts right. He is across the 15, and he is down, and we'll see where they spot this one. It looks like they're going to spot it at the 11-yard line. They're going to say 10-yard line. It'll be a 1st down and goal as the clock continues to run. A little miscommunication on the sideline by the chain crew under 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Adamak again going to run it right. He finds a hole, cuts back up, and he is down at the 5. There's a scrum for the ball, and there's no indication yet of who has it. They look to sort it out, and it's going to be a turnover. Liberty recovers the fumble, and I did not see who recovered the fumble. It may have been Cody Sandifer. They recover this fumble at their own 5-yard line, and with a 39-30 lead, 4:10 to go, Hardin-Jefferson 1 timeout remaining. And I apologize if I misidentified the person who recovered it. It is very hard to see with, oh, it is? First down and 10 after the turnover. Liberty has the ball at their own 5-yard line, a 39-30 lead. This ball is going to be handed off to Fowler. Fowler dodges around a couple of Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, and he gets taken down at the 36-yard line, but there is a flag on the play that came in from the side judge. This will go against Liberty, I would imagine. The flag at about the 22-yard line. Maybe the 23. Liberty a 39-30 lead. They just ran a 1st down play. It was a big pickup by Fowler, but a flag thrown. And it will go against the Panthers. And they will walk this one back. And the rain intensifying with 4:01 left to play. Liberty in a good position here with the football. A 39-30 lead, and the clock has been wound. Down under 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play. Liberty not in a hurry. It did count as a 1st down. Liberty, Mares is tripped up as he crosses the 10-yard line and goes down. Sorry for the confusion. Second down and 2 for Liberty. Clock now under 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play. The rain is at its peak right now. It has been falling since midway through the 2nd quarter. Clock running as the play clock goes under 10 seconds. Liberty back to the line, not in a hurry, as they try to milk every last second off. Mares takes this snap out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. He loses his footing and goes down at the Liberty 13-yard line. It is a 2-possession game. We have a Hardin-Jefferson Hawk down on the field as Liberty forcing a safety And with 2:41, they are going to stop play as the athletic training staff for Hardin-Jefferson as well as Methodist Hospital and Michael Pope from the Liberty side work to attend to him on this very, very slick and soggy night in Sour Lake. Beautiful facility here. He is going to be helped to his feet. 2 minutes and 41 seconds remain in this game. Liberty with a 39-30 lead. Liberty fighting for their second win of the season and their second district win of the year. The referee going over and talking with Kedrick Harrison. They are trying to maybe get an adjustment on the clock here. Joe Slack, assistant coach Joe Slack, talking to Frankie Mares, his quarterback. They wind this clock, and I believe what I saw Joe indicate was they want to run this clock down all the way to 1 second and call a timeout, as we are under 2 minutes and 25 seconds to play. And a full play clock, this should get it close to, if not at 1 minute to play. A two-possession game, a 39-30 game. Mares in the shotgun formation with 5 seconds. He is going to hand this ball off to Holmes. Holmes trips across the 15 before sliding to a stop at the 17-yard line. And that will, once the chain is reset, a first down and 10, and that will do it, pretty close to doing it. We are going to get a timeout between called by Hardin-Jefferson here. That is their final timeout of the half. So with 1:58 left to play in this game, your Liberty Panthers have a 39-30 lead. They have the football. They have a first down and 10. And Hardin-Jefferson can't stop the clock. And Liberty is on their way, barring a turnover, which is possible with these rain conditions. The hardest rain of the night falling. .158 remaining in this game, remaining in this season for Liberty and Hardin-Jefferson. And Liberty in the catbird seat. A first down and 10. Frankie Mares in the shotgun formation with two backs flanked and one back behind him. Takes this snap, drops down to a knee, and Liberty will have to snap the ball a couple of more times as we are under 1 minute and 50 seconds and the rain falling fiercely. Hard, heavy raindrops. But a contingent of Liberty fans are still in the stands refusing to seek dry conditions. Waterlogged. The clock runs down to 3, 2, 1. They will snap this ball. Mares takes a knee. And they will need to snap this ball, believe, one more time. And your Liberty Panthers will be victorious in their final game of the season and win their third straight against the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. If you missed this one and you're sitting in the comfort of your dry home, you missed a great game in person. Or, as my producer Richard Ewing just said in my ear, the AV trailer is high and dry. We're under 40 seconds, play clock down to 3, and this should be the final snap of the game, and it is. And your Liberty Panthers win the final game of the season, 39-30, coming from behind on a soggy, sloggy night in Sour Lake. We are not going to do big wrap-up here as we are ready to get dry. I will say this. For my broadcast partner all year, Joe Roberts, my partner Richard Ewing in the trailer, and our entire cast of characters, I'm Ross Norwood, and we will talk to you in another sport. Good night.